Hello darlings, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to do a soft glam look. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, as you can see right now, I did my eyebrows and they look like kind of natural, right? So I used the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Pencil in the shade Deep Brown, this one right here. And it's not giving me like too harsh of a brow look, and I used the Benefit Gimme Brow Plus in the shade 4.5 to make sure that it stayed light. I didn't use pomade, and I carved them out just with foundation. For today's look, I'm going to use the Morphe X James Charles palette for the soft glam. Oh my god, I can't even open the palette, this is ridiculous. I'm going to take the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Natural Beige. I'm not using too much because again, this is a soft glam look. Soft glam is not necessarily about like the most natural of looks, but it's definitely about the blend, the seamlessness of the whole eye look and how it's gonna look when the face is done. And you don't want to be doing too much, but at the same time it's me, so you know we always gonna do a little more than needed. This is not as stark as when I usually use my ABH primer because we're not trying. Now I'm gonna do something that I rarely do. If you see my videos, I never set my eye primer or right now my concealer, but I'm gonna lightly set it just using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is just to make sure that, because I want this look to be very soft and blended. I don't need this to be like I don't need this to be a palette pigment. I just need it to stay smooth. I'm going to start with this shade right here, this one, to transition. So as you can see, I usually don't even start lighter shade and then go darker shade, but this is different. It's a soft glam look, and I'm taking this shade on the Morphe M330. So like so. We're just gonna softly blend these looks. I don't know if you can see. It's very soft, very blended. It's not looking for beef with nobody. Like so. And then we're gonna do the other eye. This brush is getting a little rough. I don't know what happened to her. She was real soft when I got her, huh? Morphe was good. This type of look is really all about blending. It's like layering and blending. Soft glam is not something you get by packing shades like I usually do, but listen, I believe that being a makeup artist is good when you want to explore other styles. So obviously this is not my style of makeup, but it's okay, it's fun, it's different, and it's cool. So next shade I'm going to take is this shade up right here, and I'm going to put that just deeper into my crease. This feels like really like old school YouTube, doesn't it? Like a nice little tutorial. By the way, you can do like a cool tone soft glam, you can do a warm tone soft glam, you can do burgundy soft glam. Like there's no rules. No, there are rules, but it's like you can kind of interpret the rules how you desire to interpret them into. My English is broken today. Let's just ignore her right now. This is all about building. You just want to make sure that whatever you're putting on, it's blending out softly. It's not just being like a patchy mess, because we don't like patchy messes. When I'm there, what I'm gonna do is take my previous brush with no product on it and just buff it out. Buff it out, my G, buff it out. I've never used these shades in the palette. Like, I'm just gonna be really honest, I don't use these shades in the James palette ever. Like, I only use a couple shades. Boom. The last shade we're gonna use for the crease is gonna be the deep brown right next to it. Basically, we literally went this, and this. Like, we are not that fancy. I wish we were, but we're not. Focus this on the outer V. Oh my god, I flicked eyeshadow right into my eye. Well, like so. And then we're gonna go back in with the M433 and whatever's left of the middle brown shade. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm trying to be less loud in my videos because audio picks up in this room because there's a lot of echo and I do not have a mic because I'm not rich. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that when it picks up, it does pick up nicer. So I'm trying to speak softer. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is take some of the concealer. Really not a lot. Like, this is not actually a cut crease. We're just really not taking a lot. Oh my god, I always say it's not gonna be a cut crease, then it legit turns out to be a cut crease, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm just gonna, you know, just pat right here. I'm just trying to like have it blend so it's not looking like an actual cut crease. Like, I'm gonna take the darkest brown and I'm gonna tight line right here, like so. This is the Incredible You Glow Girl pigment in the shade Ready to Be Famous. It's basically like a... I really be trying to show y'all nothing. Wait, I'm gonna show you the cap because otherwise it's gonna spill. It's a gold pigment. Oh my god, I still spilled it. Can you believe this? So I'm just gonna take that pigment on a flat brush. I'm not wetting it right now. Not at all. So we're just gonna take it and just put it right where it's supposed to catch the light. Oh god. With my previous shade, the darkest one, I'm just gonna blend it right out in this little corner moment. I'm gonna go back to their little eyeliner moment, like so, and boom, one eye is done. I'm gonna do the other off camera, and I'm actually gonna apply the lashes. I'm gonna show you which ones. These are the Celeste Los Angeles. They're in the shade, they're in the style Trixie, and they're super thin. Ooh. They're super thin, so they're gonna be super natural. They basically look like natural extensions, which is wonderful. But yeah, I'm gonna do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back to entertain y'all. Now we're gonna work on our base. The base is super important. I moisturized, as you can see, using the Embryolisse Le Crème Concentrée. I'm going to prime using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It's my favorite primer. It's like hydrating, but it's gripping, so you know she's really gonna allow the foundation to stick, which, let's be real, I'm not going anywhere tonight. I'm gonna study after this, but if I were to go anywhere, this would stay on. Now we're gonna treat ourselves to the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. These are areas where I get really oily, so we just gonna powder them to make sure they're not going anywhere. We're gonna take a liquid highlighter. This is the Cover Effects Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight. It's a mini size, but this is really powerful. So mini or not, like, let's be real, she's gonna do a lot. Yeah, you can definitely see this is super reflective. So we're just gonna put that over the cheek area, like so. I'm going to take the Too Faced Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation. This one is in the shade Sand. And I'm just going to put it all over my face using this sponge. This is a Quo sponge, so it's not like a beauty blender per se, but it's actually really nice. It's super nice. And I'm just gonna dot the foundation all over my face. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some setting spray right on it. Again, I'm not going anywhere. That's not the point. I'm gonna take the Catrice Prime and Fine Anti-Shine Setting Spray. So, boom. Now I'm just gonna blend this out like I usually do. So this is really just like a nice coat of foundation. And on the areas where I'm struggling a little bit, I'm just gonna put some more foundation. And you know, we're just gonna let her live because that's what she does. She lives, she just lives. The goal with this skin on Soft Glam is also to make it look as seamless as possible. So you're not trying to overdo it, you're not trying to underdo it. You just really wanna just do it. Then I'm going to take the same concealer I used. My mirror is so far from me right now. Like so. Okay, I'm gonna highlight the center of the forehead. For my face, like the actual concealer on my face, I'm just going to blend it out using this angled little buffer brush. And if you can see that this is covering really well, we're gonna go back in with a sponge. We're gonna take the Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the shade Banana. Before we blend out the very under eye, I'm going to take the Kaja Beauty cheeky stamp in the shade feisty. I really like this. I like this a lot. It's really beautiful in my opinion. Like, because I want the blush to be almost kind of like infused into the skin, and then we're gonna go over with like a powder blush just to secure the deal, to secure the deal. My boss and I were arguing about how blending out a foundation with a brush, it's totally 100% okay, but we still feel like there's no other tool that's better than a like sponge to actually blend out your under eye. So tell me your opinions down below. How do y'all like brush versus sponge when it comes to the under eye? For bronzer, I'm gonna grab my Fenty Beauty Stalker bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie, and I am going to snatch this face right up. Also, on some real shit, like I really cannot contour my nose. Like all the time I try and it's never cute, so I just keep doing it. Next for blush, I'm going to take the Ofra X Madison Miller blush in the shade Sweet Stuff. And I love this blush. This is really neutral toned. It's not too peachy, it's not too pink. And I'm just gonna top the Kaja blush we put on first. I'm gonna go all over my nose, which is something I've always loved doing, and I just can't seem to live without. Like, I really cannot seem to live without this. For the highlight, we do not want to go overboard. We do not want to go overboard. This look is not about the highlight. This is about the perfect flawless skin. You can already see I do have a little bit of a highlight. This is the Wonder Beauty highlighter in the shade After Hours. And I'm gonna go into it with a fan brush. Boom, that's it. I don't know if you can see, but we're not doing much more. Boom, that's it. A little bit on the brow, a little bit. Chin, lips, that's it, we're done. A classic. Soft glam look requires a classic new lip. I'm going to take the Rimmel London lip pencil in the shade Tiramisu. This is like the OG. I used to use this all the time. I'm going to take the gloss Madeleine from the NYX Butter Gloss. I'm just going to put it right here. Like this. And to add a tiny little bit of shimmer, I'm going to take the Jouer lip topper in the shade Skinny Dip. And look what I'm gonna do. I'm putting it on my hand first. I'm just gonna, where the light hits. This is the final look. We finished our soft glam tutorial. You know what? Whether this is soft glam or not, to me it's soft glam, because soft glam is still supposed to be glam, it's just softer. Like, we're not using red or pink or green. Anyways, this is it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on my social media, such as Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. I'll have all the links in the description box down below. If you like me, my personality, or the content I put right up on YouTube, then feel totally free to subscribe to this channel, because we want to see you come back. So what are you doing here enjoying free rent? No, honey, you gotta pay. Subscribe. You don't have to pay to subscribe. It's just, I love you guys so much. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.